Hey SB fam, carnivores, ketovores, carny curious people. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, staying meat fueled, feeling amazing. Just a few announcements before I get the video started. I am hosting for this month of June a Summer Scopes challenge for all of you guys to participate in with my carnivore partner in crime, Laura. You may have seen the video that I filmed with her recently where we conversed about our top 10 tips to thrive on carnivore and lose fat. So Laura and I are collaborating and teaming up again to make another challenge for you guys, and we named it the Summer Sculpt Challenge, but it also focuses on mental health practices, of course, exercise and good nutrition. So if you want to check out what this challenge is all about, I linked the explanation video down below in the description box. We hope you guys participate in this challenge so we can all root for each other and stay pumped up about moving, being healthy, and being positive. Second thing that I do want to mention is I am now 2 full months of eating nothing but beef. So do you guys remember that in the beginning of April, I started this whole crazy challenge of cutting out my beloved eggs and butter and eating nothing but beef? So I did that for a month, and as you guys saw in all of my beef only updates and videos throughout April, I was beginning to feel more and more amazing. And then in the month of May, which was last month, that whole month, I started to play around with not just feasting on beef, but also fasting. So I started fasting different styles, different schedules. You guys all know that I usually do OMAD, 1 meal a day, and I'll fast around 22 to 23 hours and then break that fast and eat a big meal of the beef in that 1 hour mark. Usually I need no more than 30 to 40 minutes to eat my meal, but I usually allot 1 full hour of feasting. So month of May, I started playing around with longer fasts beyond my usual 22 to 23 hours. Now during this whole month of May, experimenting with fasting and feasting, I have to say that I could not have done it so successfully and amazingly without the guidance and help of my mentor, Coach Raymond. So he's been helping me approach fasting in a completely different light, in a new way where it truly is effortless, and he has gotten me to the point where I can easily, effortlessly, and regularly do 48-hour fasts. Now recently, this past weekend, I was able to do a rolling 48-hour fast for the first time, and it was effortless. So if you don't know what is rolling 48, it's basically doing a 48-hour fast, breaking it, and then following it up with another 48-hour fast. So back to back, 2 consecutive 48-hour fasts. So if you know me, you guys know how much I love to eat, and you guys also know that I'm coming from an eating disordered background, a big history of calorie counting, restricting, and malnourishment from the vegan diet. So for me to be on camera and tell you guys confidently that I was able to do 48-hour fasts throughout the month of May effortlessly without any issues, and on top of that enjoy it and feel on top of the world while doing it all, it truly is something that I could not have imagined I would be doing ever. So this is why I do have to give a huge shout out to my mentor, my coach. His name is Raymond. If you guys have no idea who he is, you guys can check him out on Instagram at Raymond Nazon. And Raymond, if you're watching this, I have to give you a huge thank you, a huge shout out for bringing me to this level of fasting and feasting. I could not have been here without his guidance. All right, let's get back to the video. Today's video, I'm going to show you what I eat when I'm eating out at restaurants as a carnivore, and this restaurant is called FRISCO'S. So I'll show you exactly what I ordered. I'll do a little mukbang style and do a voiceover answering more questions and talking more about how to successfully eat out at social events and situations and still stay carnivore. And then I'm going to show you what I ate after that dinner at the restaurant, because clearly I could not possibly have eaten until I was stuffed at restaurants. I never can. So I'll show you what I eat at a restaurant, after the restaurant, and what I cook for Steak and Butter Guy after that restaurant. So it's a whole video of what we eat. Enjoy! All right, so as you can see, I am at a steakhouse. I am not eating in my kitchen, in my home, and instead I am at a foreign location where people are cooking for me. So what do I do to ensure that I walk out of this restaurant feeling good, staying carnivore. So firstly, I have to say that I'm at this restaurant called FRISCO'S Steakhouse to celebrate my little brother's birthday. He is turning 13. Happy birthday to my baby brother. And by the way, this is my family and my favorite steakhouse of all time. So we come here anytime we celebrate special occasions. And what I always order is their Wagyu tomahawk steak right here, as you can see. So here are the words that I say to my server every time I order the steak. May I please order your Wagyu tomahawk steak cooked to blue rare, and if you could please cook it without any seasonings, 0 salt, 0 pepper. Please cook it with 0 oils and 0 butter. I do not want it topped with any butter or any sauces. Literally just cook the steak in nothing but itself. And I have to repeat that usually 2 more times so they really write everything down. And then I finish off with, I have allergies to all seasonings, to all salts, to all oils and butter and sauce. So if you could just bring the steak itself, that would be great. Now, when I mentioned the allergy, that's when they really take me seriously. And that's how you can really ensure that the steak comes out the way you would like it. So that is what I say when I order this steak. And guess what? They brought it out perfectly, just how I wanted it. As you can see, very, very rare. I say blue rare because it's the rarest a restaurant is allowed to cook their steak and bring it out to their customers. So let's give this steak a try. I've eaten this steak about 10 times now. Every time I celebrate anything with anyone, I suggest this steakhouse. So I've eaten this Wagyu tomahawk steak many times. I love it. Oh, and Steak and Butter Guy got their prime dry aged bone and ribeye. My brother-in-law also got their Wagyu tomahawk. That's also his all-time favorite steak. And my older sister got their salmon. Seriously, the best steak I've ever had. To be honest, I would actually prefer just eating my own home-cooked steaks with my air fryer that I love, the Cuisinart air fryer. If you guys want to know the air fryer that I use to cook my steaks, basically for the past year, every single day, I'll link it down below. But let's say you have to go to a restaurant. It's definitely nice to have your go-to restaurant to celebrate events at, to take your family and friends to. So this is definitely my go-to steakhouse, FRISCO'S. Now, a few more tips that I can share with you regarding successfully staying carnivore when eating out. Firstly, always, if you can, eat beforehand. It is so important to never walk into a social event, to a restaurant, hungry. So if you can, try to cook up some burger patties, try to cook up a steak even, and eat that before going to this restaurant. Even if you know that this restaurant can make you a good steak, even if you know that this restaurant is carnivore friendly, you never know what exactly they will bring out to the table to you. What if your server did not take your order correctly and they brought you a steak that was completely not carnivore? Well, then at least you don't have to feel hangry. You don't have to feel super pissed off because you already ate before you got to the restaurant. So eating before is like an insurance that you do not slip up, that you do not feel hangry, and that you do not succumb to your cravings and ultimately end up eating something that you will regret. So we never want to walk into a situation that we cannot control, feeling vulnerable, weak, hungry. So this is why I highly recommend and urge you all to just eat something, especially something fatty, before you go to any type of social event, anything that requires eating outside of your own kitchen. Steaks were
there. Yeah. They enjoyed it. I didn't want to be like, it's not good.
Yeah. Well, we complained to them plenty like this place sucks.
So what did I eat before I came to this restaurant? I actually snacked on the way there in the car on my favorite fat snack that I get from Grassland Nutrition. And if you want to take a closer look and know more about this product, I'm going to have a little snippet feature at the end of this video. So just watch the end to see more about Grassland Nutrition. Basically just beef suet or beef fat trimmings cubed into tiny little cubes and packed in a nice little Ziploc packaging. So it is so perfect for taking on the go. And I literally eat this whenever I need to snack on something before eating out. I also eat it as a snack, especially during my period, before my period. It's also unsalted, which is why I love it so much, because I don't eat salt. It tastes great. You don't have to refrigerate it. You can just pack it wherever you go and it stays nice and crispy and delicious. And they also gave me a discount code for you guys to use if you want to try and order some. The code is SBGAL, SBGAL, and I will link the product below in the description box. Another tip that you guys can consider if you are eating out frequently or if you have to eat at restaurants anytime is to bring a stick of butter to the restaurant, as in actually take out that stick of butter that you brought and put it on the table and eat it with the steak that you ordered. We all know that steaks at restaurants are astronomically priced, so by having that stick of butter, you're making sure that you will leave satiated and full with all of that pure butter fat you are eating with your steak. Now, of course, I know a lot of you guys are laughing and thinking that I'm crazy, but look, this is what I did to survive my social events and eating out in New York City when I was studying there at Juilliard. I just would bring butter sticks everywhere I go. Anytime I go out to eat with friends, with professors, with people, anyone, I will bring a stick of butter, no shame, proudly eat it with whatever I'm ordering. Now, if you're beef only like I am, then I highly suggest you guys check out that Grassland Nutrition fat snack, as you can pack it and bring it anywhere you go and make sure that you are full of energy and that you are satiated and full. I had some footage of their menu at Del Frisco's. What I get is that WAGYU tomahawk ribeye on their menu. They frequently are sold out of it, so anytime that I can get my hands on it, it's such a great day. This is what the restaurant looks like, and as you can see, it is 32 ounces, and I easily put it down. Also, here is our second dinner of today. We're doing a double OMAD today. It's just within an eating window of 3 hours, but we're really feasting. We're taking this feasting thing seriously. So there's 3 pounds of meat. We're just gonna half it between the both of us. Cheers. Okay, also I wanted to show you guys a haul that I got from Grassland Nutrition. So I actually tried this, and this is something that I ate throughout April as well, and it was a lifesaver for me because when I was on my period during this month, I craved for so much fat and I was hungry all day long. So this is actually what I snacked on right here. It is their beef suet. I've never seen anything like this where it's just a bag of pure beef fat. Let me show you. It is so good. So this is what it looks like right here. And the beef fat, as you can see, is just in tiny little cubes. So delicious, guys. And it's nothing but grass-fed, grass-finished beef fat. It's raw, it's unsalted, it's unseasoned. This stuff is my perfect snack. And it gives me energy because it's pure animal fat. It's so good. I highly recommend you guys try this if you love your fat and you're always on the go and you can't afford to bring butter sticks because it just melts all the time. This stays solid and you don't have to keep it refrigerated. It's so good. And besides this, which I absolutely love, I also got their carnivore organs. Again, dehydrated, cubed, raw, delicious. I always get their liver, kidney, and heart, just their whole trio. It's delicious. And again, it's unsalted. So if you want to cater to your own preferences, you can salt the bag, you can add salt to your taste. But I do really appreciate that Grassland Nutrition does not salt any of their snacks. So if you guys want to check out their products and the beef suet, I'm going to link it down below in the description box. Oh, this is so good. And they did give me a discount code for you guys. Use code SBGAL, SBGAL, if you want to save some money. I've already tried all of these before and I love them. The taste is really good. It doesn't have nearly as strong of an organ taste. You know, that aftertaste that so many people think is so disgusting. This definitely masks it because it's dehydrated and it's cubed and it's dried and it's crunchy. This is what it looks like right here. It's just cubed, and this is how it is for all 3 of the organs. This is what it looks like. Let's try it. It is so good. The beef liver, if you guys have a hard time eating beef liver, this tastes so good. It doesn't taste like liver at all. It's actually very savory. You don't need salt because it's so packed with flavor and beefiness. And the crunch is really nice. It does feel like a nice snack, like a nice treat.